Hi, welcome to TJ and Jodi's house.
Well, hello, strangers. It feels like we haven't seen y'all in a long time.
We haven't.
What's it been, 2 weeks since we've done?
I think so.
Wow.
At least 2.
Because we were on the vacation. We did that. And then, yeah.
It was Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So.
Here we are.
Mm-hmm. And you know why we're back? Because Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress said, "Oh my God, I miss you guys so much. Get in there and do a podcast." Actually, they said, "We're paying you to get in there and do podcasts, so do podcasts." Right. Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress, the only. No, wait a minute. No, we've had other sponsors. We had a different sponsor at one point, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, the sponsor we've had most of the time. Since the beginning of, what's this one? TJ and Jodi's house. Mm-hmm. So whatever kind of furniture you need, they've got it. Bedroom furniture, living room furniture. Even don't they have tables?
Tables, yep.
Yeah, so.
Lamps.
Yeah, don't just think that they've got mattresses and bedwear. They do have that, and the best in the business is what they've got.
And go in there and lay on that luxurious mattress that we talked about.
Is that what it's called? The luxurious mattress?
Yeah, it is.
Or is that just what you call it?
That's what I call it. It's heaven.
Is that because it's luxurious?
Mm-hmm. It's their luxury line.
Oh, sorry. I'm having to adjust my microphone accordingly because we haven't been here in so long. I didn't know where to put it.
You don't know what to do.
So, several locations of Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress all over the Lake Norman area. And their delivery team, hey... Say you live in Charlotte, they can still bring you whatever you need. Go to their website first and look at all the stuff that they have. And they also have discounts and things at times where you can catch them online. You can get to there at acetj.com/mattress. So, yeah, they changed it around to Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress because they didn't want people forgetting how great the furniture is, because everybody already knows how great the mattresses and the pillows and the sleep technology and all of that is. But,
are you still loving your pillow from them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You take it everywhere with us.
Yeah, I do. And I'm kind of...
Like a little baby.
I'm kind of embarrassed when I take it into places because, I suffer from excessive oily skin. And so my pillows have... They always have a darker spot on them.
It's like it's been dipped in a pool.
Yeah. A pool of ink.
Right.
And we have a split king, so because one of those adjustable beds because we're old, and it has these little mattress covers on them. And when Jodi strips the sheets, and while the sheets are in the washer. And you walk by our bedroom, it looks like one of us sleeps covered in shoe polish.
Heck, it does.
Is that the reason for the mattress cover?
And I have washed that mattress cover even. Like, it just, I don't know. Your oil drippings from your body are strong.
But, that is why I look young. I don't have a bunch of rankles and stuff.
Okay.
And I forgot to turn the monitor around, so just try not to look at it.
I wasn't.
Look at the camera. I know I was looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to just put a towel over it so I don't look at it.
Okay.
All right. So Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, acetj.com/mattress. That's where we got all of our furniture down there in the living room. We love it. Been going to them for years, way before they were our sponsors. So go check them out. Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. All right. Yesterday was a big day. We're recording this on Thursday because we got stuff to do this weekend. And so it's a different time than we usually do. So we'll refer to this weekend, even though you're not hearing this until Monday. It's a hard stuff to keep up with.
Yeah.
Because I counted, this is the 7th podcast I've recorded today.
Good Lord. How are you able to talk?
I don't know, but I can't keep it straight. Oof. That's why it was the name of this.
Like, what am I doing? Yeah.
Because I did the regular old Ace and TJ morning show. I did extra funny podcast, extra funny podcast for the subscribers at Ace TJ Prime Plus. They're the only ones that get that. I did TJ's political show, which is only on Ace TJ Prime Plus. I did TJ's podcast today, and then I did a TJ's podcast that will run tomorrow while we're on the road. We'll talk about where we're going in a little bit. And then this one makes 7.
Sure.
I know. You know what I need is a drink, is what I need.
Or a peppermint.
Huh?
Maybe a little peppermint.
Did my breath stink? I just brushed
No,
my
I'm
teeth.
saying like sometimes it helps if you've been talking.
Oh. I
I didn't mean your breath.
I just brushed my teeth.
No. I didn't mean
because I get the, you talk, you get the dry mouth.
Yeah, I thought you just needed it for your throat.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. But then I got to go pack when we're finished with here.
Well,
and again, we'll talk about our trip that we're going on this weekend in just a little bit. But yesterday was Jodi's birthday. And oh, the outpouring of love for you on your big day was just absolutely breathtaking.
You got some sweet listeners.
What a blessing you are to so many
kind.
thousands and thousands of people.
It was kind. It made me feel so happy.
And
I
not
appreciate it.
And not just our lovely family, listening family and viewing family, from your personal friends,
I
which
know.
you have. Oh, girl, y'all are so blessed to have each other. You and all those women.
We actually are. It is a blessing.
I know.
Well,
I know. That's a blessing I wouldn't know, because I don't have any friends, and Jodi's always
you have a
quick
few.
to point that out that I
You
don't
have a few.
I have.
You can count them on one hand.
Yeah, friends that I'm, around regularly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. We don't need many. When we get
Well,
this
you have
age, we're
many.
lucky to have them on one
But
hand.
I'm just saying, you do. You have a bunch, and I don't, because I'm in here like a freak recording 7 podcasts in one day. I haven't even looked out the window since 9 o'clock this morning.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's not your fault.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah. So, so your birthday was great.
Yes, and my cake that you made was fantastic.
I'm glad you weren't here while I was baking it, though. Because the last time, no, it's just that I had a what we call in the sports world, I had an L that I was coming in, a loss that I was coming into this game with.
Okay.
Because that Mother's Day cake that I baked you was a pain, and it didn't go perfectly, and
you got
angry.
angry.
It took forever, and you got upset at the whole process of me being taken all day.
And you got in a bad mood.
And no, I just got frustrated at one part of that when it wasn't working right. And then I got in a bad mood because you were yelling at me.
I wasn't yelling at you.
Oh, we'll have to summon
He's
the
dramatic.
children. We'll summon the children.
We will, because they said you were grouchy and they didn't know why you were doing it.
Whatever. But anyway, I was really focused on redeeming myself with a homemade
It was delicious.
red velvet birthday cake.
But I don't know why you do that to yourself.
I didn't do anything to myself. I was prepared for this one. I did it right.
Because I'm fine with...
Because I did stuff. You know how detailed I am when I'm cooking something, and I measure everything out that I need first, and it just, so then I can just dump it in, dump it in,
like
dump
a
it in,
show.
dump it in. Yeah. Well, I kind of did that with bacon yesterday. You got your 2 pans, your 9-inch pans, and you have to have an even amount of batter in each pan. You know how I made that happen? I measured them. The weight of each pan
Good Lord.
equaled itself.
Okay.
There you go. Ladies, if you're baking cakes and you never can get your 9-inch cake pans even with each other, pull out your food scale.
Yeah.
Pull it on out.
Or just wing it.
And just measure it.
Just wing it.
But then I figured out, it's not that I'm not good at baking, it's that I'm not good at cakes. I'm not good at, because when you have to frost the cake, then it becomes more artistic. and I'm not artistic at all.
It was fine.
Well, I know that one yesterday turned out okay. But it fell in the middle. It had a little pool
It gave
in
it
the
character.
middle. Yeah.
I liked it.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it tasted good.
I liked it so much I had a piece this morning, and I do not usually do that.
Yeah.
I ate so much disgusting food yesterday. Well, not disgusting,
It was your
delicious.
birthday.
But it was my birthday, so calories, I did not even think about it.
Nor should you.
Oh my God, I ate.
You had a nice Italian meal last night.
Oh my gosh, because pasta's my favorite.
And I didn't think about this until it was too late. But is red velvet still your favorite cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for lunch, my friend Jodi took me to lunch, and I did do well food-wise. I had a salad with salmon and a side of succotash, but then I blew it because I had a piece of lemon pie with whipped cream on the side.
But you're supposed to on your birthday, and you also work really hard at exercising and eating right and all that.
I try.
You look amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Now,
I try.
one thing though is we look like a couple of NASCAR drivers with their sponsors all over them.
We do.
I mean, and I talked about this today on one of the other podcasts that I did. If you're a business and you would like to sponsor any of our stuff, don't think that we've already sold everything and we don't have any endorsement availabilities, because this all comes from my little friend Jenny. She gives us all these things because, I mean, I guess she feels sorry for us. We need clothes. I wear every day. I think I wear some piece of her clothing.
I do think you do.
But look how nice this jacket. See. And I was trying to explain to them the other day, those boys on the show, on the regular morning show, that Jenny will go get like designer type things with her logo on it just for you and her. Like this, I don't have this jacket.
I love this jacket. And I have a gray one too. I love it. I wear it all the time.
But yeah, this is a hat from her. And then this shirt says Durst on it. That's the name of her family company. Durst is the parent company to Jet Fitness. Jet Fitness. I wasn't grabbing your breasts.
No, I know.
It didn't look like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, your birthday. Back to your birthday.
And then the night before, I kicked off my birthday because my friend Kelly Smith took me to a nice dinner, and I had shrimp, cilantro rice, and broccoli, and it just so happened they had half bottle wines that night. So I kicked that off on the night before my birthday, and then I have lunch on my birthday, and then dinner.
So what does that mean, that you get a whole bottle of wine for half the price? Okay, they don't just bring you a half bottle of wine.
No, half price.
Like who was drinking the first half of this?
No, half price.
Table 10 had
Half
the
price.
first half.
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice, and it was fun.
Okay, well, good. All right, so we're going to tell you about where we're going this weekend, and then I have to ask Jodi something about her birthday. One more thing about her birthday, and then we'll tell you where we're going this weekend. And it might cause a quarrel right here in front of everybody.
Better not.
I won't cause it. Anyway, we'll get to all that next. Hang on.
TJ and Jodi's house.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi, and let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi. What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have, I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
TJ and Jody's house.
Oh, welcome back. We're just sitting here trying to figure out how the best way for me to turn to Jodi and still be in front of the microphone is. And she goes, well, turn your head that way. And I did this. Like this. No, not that far.
You went like this. I said, no, not that far.
It's a delicate situation that we got going here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going out again tonight just as a regular Thursday thing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Just to eat dinner.
And so how many more birthday events do you have? Since yesterday was your birthday, how many more do you have?
2 that I know of.
Okay, and those are next week?
One's next week and one's the next.
All right. So then it'll be finished.
Yes.
But you're not happy about it being finished.
Well, I won't post it. It's not like you have to talk about it.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying you like the attention.
What?
You love the attention.
Well, who doesn't love to be treated on their birthday?
Sorry, I forgot to move this out of the way. Jodi said that it's distracting. Can you see that in the camera? No.
No.
All right, good. We are not in a professional environment here. Absolutely not.
Who's we?
You're sitting here in our loft. I was trying to figure out, do I turn the ceiling fan lights on or not? So, honey, it's not a professional situation. All right, so the reason we're recording on Thursday is because Sunday, the day we normally record, we're going to be in the car on the way back from Evansville, Indiana, which is where Jodi's people live. Mm-hmm. That's where her people live.
Some of my people.
All of our people are from Indiana, in a certain little pocket of Indiana. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, if you would have told anybody from my hometown of Winfield, Louisiana, that I would grow up and marry someone whose family is from Indiana, they would have laughed in your face. For me to be married to somebody whose family is from the Midwest.
Well, here you sit.
I know. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I made the wrong decision. I'm just saying that nobody would have believed it.
Yeah, well.
And I'm also saying that I've never told anybody back home.
Okay.
I don't need that kind of...
Listen,
I don't need to be expelled from the town history books.
I left Indiana when I was an infant.
Yeah, but that blood is
Louisiana.
in you. All your people are from there.
You've got Kentucky blood in you.
I know, and that's still considered the South.
Not really to me.
Yeah, it is. Kentucky blood.
You got Kentucky
Yeah,
blood.
I do. So anyway, we're not going for good reasons. Jody's aunt, her auntie died. Her crazy Aunt Geneva. Her name was Neva, but I called her Geneva because I thought that would bother her, but it didn't. She loved it. And called her crazy because she was, party chick. She was always up for a good time. She was fun. And I always called her crazy Aunt Geneva, and she loved it, the whole thing. But your family, none of them is very religious. None of your family members are very religious. And
What do you mean?
Meaning that they're, not like you go to Bible study every week, and we're in church a lot, and you study with a a pastor online, and
I don't
all of
know
that.
though. I don't know if they are, because I know my aunt that passed away. I mean, she would post things from
I know that they
devotionals
were
and stuff.
believers,
Yeah.
but they weren't
Active.
in the church.
Yeah, I don't know
every
though.
time the door swung open.
Yeah.
But my point is I'm not saying that she died and I know she's in hell. I'm not saying that. I mean, I was going to explain why we're not going to a funeral. She didn't want a funeral.
No.
Or any kind of religious sad send-off thing like that. She wanted a party.
And let's back up. She passed away suddenly. It wasn't like something like she wasn't sick or anything. She was 67 years old, and then when they, of course, everybody was shocked. And when her son, my cousin, was trying to figure out what to do, he was told by people that know her very well that she did not want a funeral, that she never wanted that, and she wanted people to have a celebration of life and fun. And you know what? I can see that. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, and
that is
exactly
her.
what I would think that she would
Absolutely. Yeah.
want. So anyway, I was just explaining we're not going to a traditional funeral because your aunt died. We're going to her best friend's house, who's having a get together with all the people, and I'm still saying, Jody, I bet they're expecting you and your sister to say a little something to the crowd.
I don't think so. It's going to be in a home of a friend of hers. Yes. That's not a formal event. It's going to be.
But they're going to have people stand up and say stuff, tell stories about her and all.
How though? If it's come and go.
I didn't think it was come and go.
I don't know if it's come and go.
You told me it's not come and go. You said
I don't
we got to
know.
be there the whole time.
I would have to be there the whole time. It's my aunt.
Yeah, but I thought everybody had to be there.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going. But if I have to speak, I got a little something in my back pocket.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you used to talk about how getting up in front of people and speaking just terrified you.
Well, it does. I'm not saying I wouldn't be terrified.
But even though you're a professional broadcast personality now, you're a podcast influencer.
But I'm looking in a camera, not at people. If I'm in a room full of people having to talk, I might. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Do you talk at your Bible study thing? Don't you?
I do.
Say words?
I do. But I don't say prayers.
You won't pray in front of a group?
No, when they make fun of me about it.
Well, they should.
I feel like I'm going to get, how I do where I just get.
You freeze in an emergency.
And so I feel like if all eyes are on me to pray, then I'm going to say something I shouldn't.
Well, but you think you'll be able to do it at the celebration of life?
Yeah, and I'm feeling like I'm not going to have to, so I feel good. But if I'm asked to, I will.
I don't know that I've ever been to one of those, so I don't know.
I don't
but
think
I just
have
assume
either.
The ones I've seen on TV and all.
Yeah.
That they'll say who wants to share something about the dearly departed
she
or
has
whatever.
So many friends that I have a feeling there won't be time for me to speak
because they'll all be talking.
It's going to be
toasting
so
and all of that.
many.
But I mean, she was your closest aunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I would assume that they think that if everybody's saying a little something, you would. Will your mom?
No, I don't think my mom. I don't know. Maybe my mom would.
I bet she would.
I don't know.
I bet your mom would kill it.
Probably. I mean, if my mom had to, she would kill it. But I just don't know if she will.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
You know, if I don't know if it comes down to it, and you know it's in a situation where it's needed, I guess. I mean, maybe
Is
I
that what
could
we're
say
getting at
something.
here?
Maybe I could say.
He loves to talk it.
Maybe I
He
could say a
loves to
few
talk
words,
at people's deaths,
you
at
know.
funerals, eulogies. He loves it. So even if he didn't know you, if you would just give him an index card with some specifics, he'll come up with something for you for a eulogy. I think
Something
that's what
great.
he's getting at here. He wants to
I
talk
mean,
about my Aunt Neva.
I not just come up with something.
Golly. All right,
mean-
well, I'm going to let you have it. Have the floor.
No, I really don't want. I'm not looking at that.
Yeah. Stay tuned
mean,
because
what would I
guarantee
say?
you he's going to.
What would I say? I mean,
Guarantee you.
I mean, I did deliver the eulogy at your grandfather's funeral.
I know.
So
Your list is
They
a
always
mile
say-
long of how many eulogies you've
yeah,
done.
people back home in Louisiana say that's the only time I come home is to give a eulogy for somebody who died.
Well, it's true, and right before this happened with my aunt, he made a smart comment on the show. I will never go to Indiana ever. I have no reason to go to Indiana.
Yeah, I said.
Here we go. He's going tomorrow.
I said, yeah, I don't have a reason to go back to Indiana for anything.
Never.
But
say
I was
never,
just joking
buddy.
because I love your cousin Brandon.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
And hell, if he lived in Maine and asked us to come see him, I'd go.
Yeah.
And people from Maine are weird.
Are you excited you get to see my sister?
It's almost like I see her every day anyway, because every time I walk through the downstairs area, I can hear her on speaker yelling.
That's because you come home too early.
But why does she talk so loudly? Or
Does
is it
she?
or is it you have your volume up so
I
loud?
probably have the volume up. She usually calls me on her way to work.
Yeah. And that's a long drive too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's, she does have, she thinks she has to be on the phone the whole time she's driving, doesn't she? Because she also, is that when she calls your mom when she's on her way, home from work? Yeah, so it's like the whole time she's driving, she thinks she's got to be on the phone.
She doesn't call me every day, though, because it's either her or our daughter.
Mm-hmm, but I guarantee you your sister calls somebody every day on her way
Probably.
to work and home from
Well,
work.
Chuck, her husband, loves to talk like her.
Yeah, but isn't he already at work at the prison?
So they talk.
But they can talk while he's at work?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, they chitty. Sometimes I'll be on the phone and she'll be like, hang on, there's Chuck. And then she'll act like, and I just hang up because sorry, but she does click over.
And not come back.
And never comes back. And she always goes, hey, let me see what this is, man. Hang on. And then I just hang up because she doesn't come back.
I don't blame you. But yeah, and then that's another thing. Chuck is going to be at the Celebration of Life thing, and he loves talking to people and getting to know people and
people love him.
and
That's what
and all of
bothers
that.
you.
And so here's the deal. My son, not Jody's son,
Your son.
boy. Oh, he's both of ours. I birthed him. He is not going to Indiana with us. We're dropping him off in Nashville to stay the weekend with his sister who lives there. So I'm not going to have any like-minded person to hang out with.
To be rude with?
Not be rude, just to hang out with and
Maybe
talk
you'll
to.
make a little friend. You never know.
Because, Chuck, I mean, as much as I love Chuck, he's going to be wanting to talk to everybody.
And he won't make fun of all of us like you do.
Jody, what gives you that idea that I would be making fun
You
of
just
anybody?
want somebody that you can stand in a corner and talk about Indiana people. I know you.
And make observations and jokes about their little quirks and things like that? How dare you? And you think that your precious son would engage in that type of activity with me?
Yeah, I don't like that he does that. I really don't.
What, you don't like that
It's
he's
not
funny?
amusing.
You don't think that like the fact that
Not
he's
to
funny?
be not being ugly. It's not funny.
We wouldn't be ugly to anybody. You know what?
Y'all would be ugly.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be fake, and I'm gonna put it on, and I'm gonna be the life of that celebration. I'm gonna be the life that we celebrate, because I'm gonna be Mr.
Oh God.
Personality, Mr. Friendly, Mr.
How about
Sweet.
you just go in there and act normal? You don't have to do either one. Just chill out.
No, I always have to be on
Relax.
stage.
No,
for
you don't
Jody.
have to.
If I'm not on stage, then I'm boring.
Nobody wants you on stage. You want to be on stage.
Well, it's too late.
Just like he wants to do.
Stage
He
lights.
wants to say a little something.
The stage lights have been flipped on, and there's no turning them off until the
can't
show's over.
Wait to record the next podcast to let y'all know what he says and does at this event.
I'm just trying to think of if I am asked to to deliver a few words,
Yeah.
whether it's going to be funny or whether I'm going to bring everyone to tears.
Well, let's don't cry. She would not want that.
Maybe I'm going to do both, which is what I usually do in the
He does.
award-winning eulogies that I deliver.
He does.
You
It's
know?
like a goal for him to see you laughing hysterically and then crying and then back to laughter.
And it's called getting your audience emotionally attached, Jodi.
You're using a eulogy for that.
Well, because you want them to feel good about what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know?
are a dynamic speaker.
Oh,
You
thank
are.
you.
You really are.
So now I don't even have to do it. That's all I was looking for is
I think you're a dynamic.
validation in a public validation
I was
from
gonna
my
say,
wife.
I tell him all the time what a great speaker he is.
Tell them. I wanted you to tell them, and you did.
He is.
You told the world, and I'm. My
all right,
my
now
day
we're done
is made.
tooting your horn. Let me move
Day
on.
is made. So anyway, I don't mean to turn the funeral about me.
He did. Shocker.
But,
Golly.
all right, we have some rando things to discuss with you coming up next.
More from TJ and Jody's house next.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community, where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culver's.
Let's go. It's TJ and Jody's house on the Radio Button Network.
All right, here we go. Final segment. Make it a good one.
Yeah.
I forgot, we've been all caught up in your birthday discussion and the going to Indiana. We haven't said anything about our big weekend last weekend in Charleston.
And the mountains.
And, oh, yeah, we did. We went to the mountains last week, too. And,
yeah.
we have just been all over the place.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere, man. So we went to the mountains to visit our friend Mark. And went to some great restaurants while we were there.
Fabulous.
I was almost attacked by 3 bears. They were up on the porch on his deck of his house, and I was walking up to the house because we were getting back from dinner, and I saw one take off running off the deck and down into the woods, and then 2 more followed him because I was yelling at them, get back in the car, get back in the car. And so then later, there was another incident where one of them was on the porch and came around the corner, and we barely shut the door, the storm door of his house, as the bear went right. I mean, just in seconds. I was seconds away from being mauled by a big black North Carolina mountain bear.
Or a cub.
No, they weren't cubs. They weren't.
Okay, Mark said they were cubs.
They weren't cubs. They were young, but they weren't. They were all away from their mom. They were living on their own.
Mom was near.
No, she wasn't. Well, maybe that was the mama that almost got me, because that was a big bear. So we did that, and then we went and saw comedian Leanne Morgan with our friends Anthony and Kathy and Anthony in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So we had fun there.
Fun.
Leanne Morgan.
Did you say
is
that
very
we went to
funny.
the orchid farm?
I talked about it on one of the podcasts.
Million shows. Yeah, we went to an orchid farm and we came back from
Mountains.
From the mountains. And we stopped at a small town too and had a little lunch. That was a lot of fun.
Hendersonville, North Carolina. We'll be
Hendersonville.
revisiting that for a small town adventure for sure someday.
But if you like orchids and you want to know a good orchid farm to go to, we got it for you. I mean, it was unbelievable.
What was the name of it?
I think it was called Orchid Farm.
No, it had a name.
Nuh-uh.
It had something other than Orchid Farm name.
It did not. It just said orchids. It was in a big greenhouse.
In Harmony, North Carolina,
Not
right?
Harmony. Harmony's where the tulips
Oh,
are.
tulips were in Harmony.
You're getting so confused. So confused.
See, and that's what happens when...
Oh, Owen's Orchids.
See, I knew it wasn't just called Orchid
I
Farm.
know, I'm crazy. Owen's Orchids, and I think it's in, wasn't it Pisgah? Is it, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Pisgah or Pisgah? Pisgah.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
Oh, okay. Well, it says Pisgah Forest, North Carolina.
That sounds more like it.
Okay. Owen's Orchids.
So we did that.
Pretty.
And Leanne Morgan was funny. If you ever get a chance to see Leanne Morgan or follow her on social medias and all that.
So funny.
She's been doing comedy for years and years and years, but she blew up during the COVID because she was making videos from her house and all that. And so she was just, social media just all of a sudden caught fire for her.
She's so funny.
Now she's doing movies. She's written a book. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Comes
She has
out
a
in
Netflix
September.
special.
Yeah, and
Her
just
Netflix
awesome.
special has been in the, didn't they say the top, was it the top 10 or something for a while? Oh, it is so funny.
right. And she's not just funny, for a woman. She's funny for anybody. She's all around funny. A lot of times people go, "Oh, she's so funny." She's funny for a woman.
Who says that?
And most people, not about her, but about other women comedians or whatnot. But she's just funny with no qualifiers.
There was a lot of
Just
men at
full-on
that.
Funny, yeah. So then, when we first got to Charleston, our friend Anthony was working. He was flying back from a work trip in Dallas. And so Kathy took us to a little happy hour places. And the first one we stopped at was just like a dive kind of bar. And it was down in this little area where there are a bunch of ice cream shops and stuff like that. But it was a dive beach bar. And we're just going to get an appetizer just for snack and a beer. And Jodi and Kathy found on the menu the appetizers were things like fried mushrooms and fried shrimp and, seafood kind of stuff that you'd see on popcorn shrimp, things like that. And they ordered the hummus with fresh vegetables.
And pita bread.
pita bread, celery, and baby carrots with hummus. It's really pronounced hummus, but I know most people don't pronounce it that way, so I won't. And believe it or not, ordering hummus and fresh vegetables at a dive beach bar is not really a good choice.
Sometimes it is.
First of all, what would make you even think that was? The carrots were completely white, like they were frostbitten or something.
Well, I didn't know that until it came out.
But I mean, who wouldn't have thought that this is not really a good place for fancy food?
I was trying to be
that.
good.
Yeah. So
I did eat the pita bread and the hummus and some celery.
Yeah.
I was starving.
And eating hummus in the hot sun.
Well, I didn't plan to really be sitting in the hot sun, but we did.
Okay. So we had that, and then we went to a little Mexican place for happy hour to get some margaritas and chips and salsa and just a couple little things to nibble. And while we was there, that old Shep from Southern Charm came in, and he was walking his little pig on a leash.
His little pig's name is Craig.
Yeah, it's a little French bulldog, a Frenchie, but we call them pigs because they look like pigs.
So cute.
But he got to take his pig in the place, and everybody else had their dogs outside. He got to take his in.
I'm sure he's a regular.
Well, I mean,
He lives right there.
it's still the law,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It is in North Carolina.
But I didn't say anything to him.
No.
I've already met him before.
And you're not that crazy about him.
He's all right.
Raging liberal, from what I understand.
Well, if it had been Craig, I would have said something, and I met him.
Yeah.
He's a doll.
Absolute doll. Mm-hmm. But I really don't know who Craig is. I know he's the sewing guy and the pillow guy
You would
and
love
all
him.
that.
Everybody
I'm sure.
does.
I'm just saying, if I don't know him by sight, I couldn't spot him somewhere.
Oh, he's cute. He's
and go,
handsome.
Hey, there's Craig. Mm-hmm. I may not like him if he's as much of a talker as you say he is.
He's a talker. He's
'Cause
so nice.
He talked y'all's head off at his
I thought he
little
was
store.
so sweet.
I'm not a talker.
Really? You've done how many podcasts today?
Well, I mean, I'm not a chit chatter. Let me put
and
it
that's
that
why
way.
you're not a chit chatter,
I'm not a
because you do that
chit-chatter.
for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
But it was a fun time, and then we came back Sunday, and then what? Monday was a whirlwind.
We listened to church on the way back.
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, old Brother Gary Hamrick, Cornerstone Chapel.
Then that was it. We just had a busy week and fun. Now we got this going on this weekend where we got to travel to Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah.
And how long of a drive is it? 10 hours?
Well, no, from Nashville it's 2.5.
Okay, but from here.
Nashville's about 6. Well, it's about 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
So what? 9, 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5 hours from here. Probably looking at 9 by the time we stop and carrying
Dump that
on.
boy off.
Yeah, but Jodi's other family coming from Louisiana is going to be her sister and her husband Chuck. They're twins who are 11, 12.
They're about to be 13. Yep.
Yeah, they're 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jodi's parentals are going to be in there too. So that thing is going to be loaded down with Louisiana people. And her dad's got to have snacks all the time. He's constantly nibbling on something. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize this, but I heard you saying that Chuck likes to stop at convenience stores a lot along the way. Mm-hmm. To explore, or just because he's hungry?
He likes snacks and looking around. You know how he does? He loves to shop and look around.
So it'll take them a while to get there.
Big news for us this week. Did you announce it on the other shows?
Yeah.
That we became a great aunt and uncle.
Yeah, my little nephew and his wife had a baby.
So,
8 pounds, 2 ounces.
He's so cute.
And in Magnolia, Arkansas.
And I became a great aunt the day before my birthday.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, not really, because it's not your blood kin.
It's not.
No.
Well, then how does that work?
No, I mean it would be. You marry by marriage. You're kin to it, to that baby, but it'll probably not have anything to do with you.
Okay.
Babies like me. No, I'm just kidding. I think
Babies do like you.
I think it's
grown-ups
great.
don't.
Yeah, people with a developed mind
Yeah.
don't. But no, that baby will love you, just like
I mean,
everybody else does.
I love a baby.
But we got to figure out a time when we're going to go see that baby. We're too tired right now.
Oh my gosh, we are. I'm definitely going to see that baby at some point.
But yeah, I guess that does make you feel. It makes you seem old though when you start having great nephews and.
Well, you kind of just made me
stuff.
a little upset and hurt my feelings by saying I'm really not the aunt.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
That was rude.
I'm kidding. But I don't think your sister's kids consider me to be their kin folks.
Well, you don't talk to them.
Yes, I do.
No.
I try to.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, I do.
When they were babies, he did.
No, I still do. And they,
He aggravates them.
Yeah, they roll their eyes at me. And
Why? Why would they do that?
Because I'm trying to play with them and stuff.
Are you picking at them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, in a few weeks they're going to be 13, and I think we all know about 13-year-olds.
What?
I mean, they don't like to be picked and joked with.
Well, that's what I do.
I know. Well, maybe that's what you can do Saturday when you're miserable, and you can go make friends with your niece and nephew
Well,
in a corner.
I thought a few years ago, I thought that it would help them to like me, when they're all about, thank you, Aunt Jodi, for our birthday gifts. Thank you for our Christmas gifts. And then I pointed out to them that you didn't even have a job and that, those gifts are from me too. That didn't work.
Isn't that what you would do to a child?
I said, hey, those gifts, Aunt Jodi went and picked them out.
They think you're a grumpy old
JoJo,
man.
they call you JoJo. JoJo went and picked them out and sent them to you and all that. But I bring in the money. You wouldn't have those birthday gifts if it weren't for your uncle. And then nothing. Okay. I got nothing from him out of that.
Sorry.
Well, that's okay. I think this could be the weekend, that I bring them over to being fans of mine.
You got plenty of time to do it.
Will that boy get his head out of video games long enough now?
I don't know.
Now that he plays baseball and outside things?
He has his head out of video games more than our son does.
Yeah. Our son's got his head in them right now on the other side of that wall.
If he's sitting upright, he's got him in it.
All right. We got to go eat. I literally woke Jodi up from a nap to get her to record today. She was asleep down there.
I was asleep
on
for
the
2
couch.
minutes.
Either way, we're exhausted people. We're old, especially Jodi, who just had a birthday, and we got to go. Thanks for listening and watching and all that. What do I do? Love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
It's TJ and Jodi's house on the Radio Button Network.